All right, so people have been asking me to make a video about the about my Mystery Ranch Blitz 30. So here it is. Most of the mods here are off the shelf type of deals. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money getting it sewed or trust it with somebody, or I haven't found somebody to do any sewing modifications, but really I don't think it needs it. So first of all, you're gonna see Igor's Beaver Tail. He's WalkmanBackpacks on eBay, and he makes these awesome Cerberus tails and other tails, tail styles in different colors and different materials. His tail is made up, this one is 500D, and you can see that it's got a pouch zip sewed into the back, and I just keep a moleskin notebook in there. I don't really keep a lot in there, probably gloves or something. But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing about the biggest change about the bag. You can see here on the outside that I have the lower side I have G-hooks, and these are G-hooks that have come from my Cerberus. And yeah, you'll also notice that I took a Dremel to all the buckles that were connected here and here and also here, so that it gives it a cleaner look. And then these G-hooks are just there in case I want to compress the bottom. I really just didn't want to put them all the way in the back here and just roll them up, so I put G-hooks on them to make it easier. These loop fields are off the shelf from Amazon. I can't remember who makes them, but they're cheap, and I use them to cover up the molly on this. And this is 2 loop fields, 2 vertical ones I put side by side, which, you know, helps with the tactical, or limiting the tactical look. And then of course you've seen me pulling off my fidlock buckles. I did have sliders on here, but it's just so annoying to remember if this one slides up or if it slides down. And then, you know, when you're going at the bag above it, is it up or down, or is it push up or push down? And then it's opposite on the other side. So I ended up switching them to the buckles instead of the sliders. I still have the sliders on my Cerberus, but I mean, I don't carry that thing anymore. I just kind of keep it because it looks nice. Another minor mod is, if you look behind here, you can see that these are 1-inch cable wranglers or cable ties that are loop on one side and hook on the other. And I just cut strips of them. It's like a 100-foot roll for like $5 or something. And I just cut 4-inch strips and put them on top of the main panel, so that the Mystery Ranch logo doesn't come through and bother my little RE collection here. On top of that, you'll notice that there's TomBinh StrapKeepers in various places, like here and here, just to keep it a cleaner look. I could probably cut it, but and not have to use that, but you know, we don't cut our straps. And then, the way the Beaver Tail attaches, you can see here, is I cannibalized the buckles that were on the compression straps here and here and here and here. They had adjustable buckles, but they were opposites. Like this side was like a female and this side was a male. And then everything over here was opposite. Same with here. And that's why I couldn't keep these, because they were opposite. It would have been nice if these were just female all the way around and then these were all male. But they decided to do it the opposite way, so that you can cross compress if you need to, and that's a good idea. But now that these are G hooks, I could do it wherever I wanted to do it and tighten it down. I can loosen this up and then put it over on this side or what have you. But I'm gonna leave my beaver tail to the compressing up here, and then yeah, the G hooks are what's down here. I took the excess compression here and rolled it up into, and used the factory Mystery Ranch StrapKeepers into a little thing, and then I just tucked it under here so that it doesn't look like so it doesn't dangle. Some Molly clips from Patch Lab. So that one there, and this one here is just a key tag and a carabiner. Very minor stuff. I did the same thing with the compression strap on this side. On the back, I took off the waist strap because I don't think I'll ever use it. And then up here, you can see that I can't remember the user's name, but they took G hooks and used them for the harness. And it's really simple to take out. You just lift up your strap and then it comes loose. And then if you want to put it back, you just slip it right in. And then when it comes down, it's actually pretty hard. Once your strap is down, your straps are down, it's actually really hard to get out. It looks a lot nicer, and adjusting the harness if you need it is a lot easier. You just lift up your straps and push them in, and they just slip right out. It's actually extremely simple. That's an ingenious idea. And then you'll notice that I took off the zipper pulls on one zipper each, because there's just so much dangly bits. I took them off, and then I'll probably eventually replace them or heat shrink the ties. But for now, it's fine. I basically keep the non-pull, stationary, and just use it like that. Up here I don't have a lot. It's kind of empty right now, but I would normally just put headphones or whatever in there. I like having it kind of empty here. This is just a little ZF pouch that I keep like USB converters on here for. Everything converts into or from USB-C. And yeah, this little pouch, or this little patch, I took off of a cheap Amazon patch and then glued Velcro to it. It's not anything special. And then let's see, I guess we'll go kind of into what I keep in here. The whole reason that I like the Blitz is it's nice and big, and then putting the tail on it makes it look Cerberus-y. And then these three pouches, the organization is great. In here I have an AGP with various stuff in it. And then up here I have a second AGP with more various stuff in it. It's kind of more in these things, but it's relatively empty because I'm not doing a lot of commuting these days. And then these organizational pockets are mostly empty. I mean, I've got a bit bar in here and a min-inch wrench set. And then in here I've got some stuff that I want to keep from getting wet. And then these are, I believe these are earplugs. Yeah, these are earplugs, and more earplugs. I just have lots of earplugs. Chopsticks, titanium collapsible chopsticks. I don't know where that's from. I've had it for like a decade. But yeah, that's kind of what I keep in these pouches. Just stuff that I don't have to access really, really frequently, but I don't want it to be in the main cavity. Oh, that's the wrong side. And then real quickly on the inside, take all this down so you can see it. Just, I've got remote equipment ORG. It's kind of just auxiliary. It's empty. I just have it in case I need to organize something or stick something in there and organize it. I've got an unnamed zipper pouch that just has some spare stuff in it, and then my Cap 2, and then I've got a VanQuest admin panel stuck to the laptop compartment. And I like this one because it's relatively inexpensive and it's not just loops. I've seen a few other ones like the Alpha 19er. It's just loops, and I usually keep an Apple Pencil in here, and that would just fall through if I didn't have these bottom pockets. And then it's nice to have a quick small little thing here for my wallet or passport or whatever. And then lastly, it's the structure mod that I made out of cardboard. You can see here, it's a fairly thick cardboard. It's like really thick stuff, like, I don't know, like double corrugated stuff that I've cut out, roughly measured it, and then created a smaller spine for the insert right behind the tablet compartment. And then I doubled it up or tripled it up here so that there was so that it would lean backwards a little bit and lean the bag backwards a little bit because I wanted it to stand. But yeah, I just wrapped it up in a bunch of plastic stickers so that it would waterproof it, I guess, or help it with the wear. Probably eventually someday I'll make something out of like poly or something if I ever have the time. Yeah, really that's about it. Let me just take this and stuff it back underneath the tablet section. Have it back up there. And yeah, I mean it is a floppy bag, and maybe I do want to eventually give this some structure. Put a pole in here or something, some type of light bar, just to keep the bag doing this all the time instead of flopping. I mean, that's just something that I would do for my own sanity. But the Beaver Tail covers everything anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I have a bunch of random stuff in this Cap 2 that I use all the time. So this Cap 2 and is probably the only thing that transfers if I ever switch bags. But at this point, I don't think I'm ever gonna switch a bag. I don't think I'm ever gonna switch bags. This has really become the perfect bag for me. And then, yeah, that's really it. These little loops here are so useful. These little finger loops for when you're pulling the zipper. Honestly, I don't know what else to say besides that I really dig this bag. I've totally dialed into a point where I'm probably never going to carry anything else. I like that my bag is mostly empty. It's mostly auxiliary space so that I can carry stuff like lunches and whatever, carry stuff in it when I do need to go out, or when I'm not working or whatever, once I finally work. Yeah, so I basically just carry it this way, and with that mod, with a few mods here and there, it stands fairly well. Maybe it leans a little bit, but yeah, mostly off-the-shelf parts, mostly non-destructive, except for all of the, I think it was like 4 or 6 clips over here. And oh, sorry, it's all over the place. Let me explain again, like how the, I'm not sure if I explained it. I think I did. How the beaver tail clips in. While the cat's going nuts over there. So these were cannibalized. It came from factory. There's already compression straps here with male clips or male buckles, and I grabbed these 2 females from, I think, these ends. From these straps right here, from the loose straps. And then Igor provides you with tri-slides. And then I just loop them over here, and then I put 2 clips on it so that this doesn't move. And really, you don't have to do that, but it might be overkill, but I did it anyways because I think it kind of helps with the standing. And yeah, you can see it kind of flops over if you like put it on the side. So maybe some structure to make it stand like this in the future might be better. Oh right, there's TomBinh StrapKeepers everywhere. I left my my chest clip thing. I can't remember what it's called, but I left it this way because I like these better than fidlocks. I do not like the fidlock chest straps because I wanted to be able to just one finger push it and have it fling out. It's not in a single motion instead of doing, you know, one of the like pull it up and out like how these buckles are. It has to be pull up and out. I mean, that works in this case really well, but on a chest strap, I much prefer the little push and just make it fly out. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, this is my carry probably for the next, at the very least, decade. I can't see myself carrying anything else. Maybe I'll replace this beaver tail with a VX42 or whatever, just to give it a little texture. But right now it's the matching 500D. Oh, and before I forget, I did get some loop deletes made from some random person, but I mean, this one fits this one, and then this one fits this one. In case I ever want to go like full stealth mode or whatever, or just not show a lot of patches, I can throw these on there, and it's supposed to, it'll look less distracting, I guess, even though I have the beaver tail on. But they ended up using 1000D, and then now it looks different than this material. And then also there's a big old diagonal line to keep in the Velcro, I guess, is a structural thing, and that looks kind of ugly to me. Nevertheless, maybe even if I end up using it, it'll probably just be this one up here to cover the top, and then those will stay, since the beaver tail will cover mostly everything else. So yeah, I was covering kind of a long video for such a mundane thing of backpacks, but I'm sure people want to see it because I've been asked a lot to make a video, and I finally made the time and set up something where I can show the video with both my hands, even though it's a very crazy rig, ghetto rig. So yeah, that's my Blitz 30 black 500D with my WalkmanBackpacks beaver tail. Kind of wish this wasn't folded like that. It looks kind of weird now on camera. Should have been flatter. Oh, and yeah, Igor's like material on this is much softer. It's like a looser braid. The 500D feels good, but these, like his straps, they're lighter than like what's on the Cerberus. And he's in Spain, so if anybody's trying to get it, you'd expect like a 3-week lead time after you order it. And then you have to, you should probably talk to him too, just in case you want any modifications. Like he'll make the straps as long as you want, or only do 2 straps or 1 or 4 straps. Like he makes them kind of to order. So yeah, that's my Blitz.